So this is actually the scene of the accident right here behind me. As I was coming down this road here, you see how there's a blind curve right here? On the other side of that curve, there was a county deputy, and he was going about 20 miles an hour, and so was I. So I had about 1 second to react and to choose whether to run the guy over and kill him, because I'm driving a tractor, he's driving a squad vehicle. It was a Ford Escape, and I chose to take the tractor off of this 8-foot drop off. That was not an easy decision to make, because I could see the writing on the wall. Any decision that I was going to choose was not going to end well. So I'm going to put some pictures in here of what actually happened, and as you can see, this slopes off pretty quick. And here where all the weeds are growing up, that's actually the path of descent that I took. And there's just no visibility here. The county had not cleaned this roadside here, and there was nowhere for the officer to go because there's no shoulder. It literally goes up. There's nowhere for him to go. And unfortunately, on my way down the hill, I also took the power pole that was sitting here. I took it with me, and I cut off power to the poor folks that live just over the ridge there. And the power line came down on the corner of the cab, and it crushed the ROPS structure on that one corner. The pixels will explain it a little bit better. Not enjoyable. And people say that your life flashes before your eyes when you have an accident like that, and it really does. Every single thing that I'd done wrong and I'd said came to me in that one moment. And it felt like a lifetime from when I realized that I was going off the edge of this hill to when I came to a stop. And my first thought at the bottom was, oh shit. And you may be asking yourself, well man, why was he even out on this road? Well, the answer to that is pretty simple. We have a farm right up the road from here that I was going to drive by and check and see how wet it was. And that was actually the next farm that I was supposed to work the next day, but it ended up being a day or two later just because of, I wrecked a tractor, and that kind of created some problems. But that was the reason that I was on this road to begin with. This right here is the farm that I was coming to look at. There's about 105 acres here total, I believe, but do not quote me on that. This county road also would have taken me around all the traffic that is at the intersection that goes onto the highway that goes to the farm I was supposed to be going to. We're going to take a little look at the tractor here. Granted, it's been fixed. It cost a good bit of money to get it fixed back up into proper shape, but I'll show you some of the damage that still remains on the tractor from the accident. Northeast Missouri views for the win. So starting at the front of the tractor with things that are not like they're supposed to be anymore, there's a little gouge right here, and then the other side of the tractor, you can see up there just above the John Deere, there is another gouge from where the power line guy wire came down and hit it. Walking around back, there's nothing really screwed up over here. So we get around back. This tire was actually debeaded because the tractor almost flipped over. I say almost. It should have flipped over. I don't know what caused it to not flip over, but I was glad that it didn't. And the corner of the cab there, right up there, is where the power line came down and hit, and it tweaked the ROPS, and it broke the back glass out, and we had to basically redo the whole top of the cab. And on this tire, you can actually see where the rim right here is pretty messed up. That's because, again, it should have flipped over. But I'm glad that nobody was hurt, and I walked away with a single scratch on my back because I wasn't wearing a shirt at the time, because I'm cool like that. I don't wear a shirt when I run the tractor. Well, that, and it was really hot that day, and the air conditioning wasn't working. And come to find out, the reason the air conditioning wasn't working is because it was clogged up with mouse house material. By that I mean like blue shop towels that had been chewed up and converted into a mouse house. So there's only one thing that I would like everyone to take away from this video. This is not my sob story. This is purely what happened and what I've taken away from it. I've taken away the single biggest lesson is that farm safety is very serious. The seatbelt is in the tractor for a reason. Wear it, especially when you're on the road. And if you're a car driver, please be cautious with farm equipment in the spring or any time of year, because you do not want to be the reason that someone gets hurt or you get hurt. And be cautious and take your time. What's a couple minutes to you? I mean, you may be late for work or whatever, but it's not worth going around a tractor or trying to go around a tractor and then going off a cliff. Or if the driver in the tractor is like I was and decides to go off the cliff, it's not worth all the money and possibly that person's life just for a couple minutes. Hello, kitty. This whole video I did forget to mention that I do believe that there's something watching over me that day, and after the dust had settled and everyone was made sure we were okay and things were safe, I got out of the tractor, went straight over to the officer, gave him a hug, because I took someone else's life into my hands that day, and I don't want to do that again. And since that day, every time I leave in the morning, or if someone's around, I say goodbye, say I love you, because you can walk out that front door and you may never come back. That's happened before and it will happen again, unfortunately. Anyways, back to the video. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope that everyone takes a lesson away from it, and stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.